bar workout today. Just going to give you a half an hour quick workout, just trying to test out the video and the volume and the visual. So I'm going to be posting this, and then I would love your feedback on 1, can you hear me? 2, can you see me? 3, does it make sense? Is it something you'd like to do with me? So we're going to start with just a nice warm up, nice and simple. You do not have to have a bar, just some floor space and a bit of balance and patience with yourself. Sometimes balance is a little bit, can be challenging, but that's what we're working on. So let's just start with some little parallel pliés. So we're just sitting our hips back, starting to check in with our whole body, feeling both feet on the floor, nice and solid between the big toe, little toe and heel. Just feeling that nice bend of the knee and hinge at the hip. Spine is staying nice and long. Let's go ahead and just roll the shoulders. And just start really taking some big breaths in and out. Now let's add those elbows. Nice big squeeze of the back. One more here. Now we're going to add both arms. Nice big circles. Take your time. Stretching behind. Let's do 2 more. Nice and big. And then we'll place the hands on the hips. We're just going to go ahead and lift your right heel and then switch. So just going side to side. Go ahead and let your hips move a little bit. Start to feel that center, everything lifting up from your belly button up and reaching down into the earth. Down. And pedaling out those feet. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bend both knees, reach your arms forward, and we're just going to lift the heels and press back. So it's a reach and lift. So both heels are lifting as you press down into your balls of your feet, and you're using your core as your balance, and those arms as a counterbalance. Warming up those legs. We're going to do 4 more. We're going to lift those heels and hold and find balance. One more time. Lift those heels, hold. Sweep the arms up, stretch. Draw those inner thighs towards each other. Tuck the tailbone just a touch and hold for 3, 2, 1. Heels down, and let's just circle it out. Up and down. Sweeping those arms down, lifting up. Big breath in and out. So just moving nice and strong, getting our heart rate up. Let's do 4 more. And 1 more. Up we go. Let's stretch to your right side. Pulling that right elbow in, reaching that left arm. Hips move forward just a touch as we stretch. Switching sides, reach and pull. 1 more each side. Up and over. And stretch. Both arms up. Arch the back as we come down. Hands on the knees. We're just going to round and extend. Push down into the knees to help get that nice flexion. And pull towards your hips a little bit to extend. 3 more. Feels good. 2. And 1. Push into the feet, come all the way up, big shoulder roll. All right, we're going to start with some leg work here. Soften both knees, find that parallel. Soft knees, abs are in. We're going to take your right foot, we're just going to tap it forward and forward. Hips stay nice and even. We're just tapping, we're not adding weight to that front foot, we're not stepping forward, it's just a tap and a tap. 3, 2, 1, we're going to tap it out and hold, and we're just going to flex, point, flex, point. So we're already getting some standing balance work, finding that strength as we move through the ankle, flex and point for 3, 2, 1, flex and hold. Now we're just going to bend and push, bend and push. That knee stays right where it started. We just bring that heel in a little bit, and then we press to a straight leg with a flexed foot. And now we're going to point the toe, same thing, point and point. Make sure you're not creating extra tension in your neck. Boop, balance. 3, 2, 1, and we bring the foot down, step it up. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. We're just gonna make it very simple today. Find a nice little bend, and we're just gonna tap your left foot out and in, out and in. So all your weight is in your standing leg, so we can move freely through that opposite side, and it's tap and in. We have 4. My count's gonna be off, apologize. And then we reach the leg out, we hold, and we flex and point. Flex and point. Nice and solid through that standing foot, standing leg. Keep lifting up. 3, and 2, and 1. Hold the flex, and it's bend, push, and push. If you feel like you need your arms for a little counterbalance, you can press the arms out wide, palms back, squeeze the back. Sometimes it helps to have the arms working. 3, 2, 1. Point the toe, and we stretch and stretch. Really feel that elongation and the belly pulling in as you stretch that leg out. For 3, and 2, and 1. Bring that foot back down. And let's just do a little squat. Hands to the knees. So I want you to come down all the way up, bend down. Maybe even a little press of the hips forward, back, and squeeze. So it's a squeeze and a lift. Squeeze and lift. Continue. Let's do 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Find your squat, both hands on your right knee. Lift that left knee, heel, and we're gonna pulse. Elbows are wide, keeping that chest open. Switch hands and switch heels. So the hands are on the standing solid foot, our leg, and the opposite heel is lifted. We're gonna switch again. Now we have 4, and switch. We're gonna keep the hand opposite, sorry. Now we have 2, switching it up, and 2. Heel rises, and 2. We have 2 more sets of 2, please, and 2, 2. And we're gonna go for singles, and it's left and right, left and right. Sitting a little lower, moving a little deeper, maybe lifting that heel a little higher. Let's do 4, 3, and we come down, we hold. Sitting in that chair, let's sweep our hands back, around and up. Sitting in chair pose. Little pulses, feeling those quads, getting right to it today. As we reach those arms, draw the shoulders down the back, reach. Now reach your arms forward, palms down. And then we're gonna reach and pull. So you sit back, reach, lift up. Reach, sit back, pull it up. Back and up. Start to put some power and energy into those moves. Back and up. Getting our heart rate up here. 5, 4. 1 more, reach and hold. Squeeze the back. Reach it up. And let's press out into a flat back. Holding here for a moment to bring your energy towards your toes. And then we're just gonna sweep it down to roll it up. Big shoulder roll. All right, we're gonna work into a turnout position. This doesn't feel good for your hips. Bring it back into parallel. It can all be done in parallel here. So finding that first position, tailbone is heavy. What I mean is we're not super tucked and we're not arched and we're not pitching forward. We're just right into this elongated spine where you can activate your center to stabilize. So from here, let's reach our arms out wide, and we're just gonna do some plies here. We're gonna sweep the arms down and then sweep them up. So you're coming down the heavy tailbone, meaning tailbone's reaching towards your heels, and we're just gonna warm up those arms a little bit here as we move through the whole body. So you're pressing down into the earth to lift, find your length through your internal body. I like to call it your internal trampoline, that you're stretching from the inside out. Let's do 4 more, and then we'll hold the hands high. And we're just gonna pulse the pliés out, pliés out. 1 more for transition. Arms reach, and we plie down, and we focus on the down, down. And as you come down, see if you can feel those heels pressing towards each other. Arms start to widen, stretching to the corners of the room, sides of the room, pulsing down. Now we're just gonna change our focus. So you're gonna hold down for a moment. Now it's up, up, up. The abs help pull. We're coming just halfway, so you start to feel that squeeze through the quads, the glutes, and the belly, and it's up, up, up. We have 5. Holding down. Now we're gonna lift those heels up. This is where our balance really comes into play. Pressing those heels together, rotate your palms, and we're gonna press the knees and the hands wide. And we're opening. You do not have to have your heels up here, but I'd love for you to try it. You can also hold on to something if you need to. That's perfectly fine. We're just finding, refining, and moving for 5. Reach back, squeeze, hold, or rotate the palms. Let's stretch it up. Find your balance. Hold, hold, hold. And the arms sweep down to the front, and the heels come down. Shake it out. We're going to come back into that parallel stance. We're going to stretch your right leg out, making sure the hips are forward, knees and toes are forward, and we're just going to lift. I'm going to have you reach your left arm out, if you'd like, just for a little extra work as we stretch. I also like it for counterbalance, and we lift. Standing leg is bent. We're lifted, and lifted, and we're stretching. Everything's reaching. 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold here. Now it's an in and out, in and out. Again, we're practicing our balance. It's not always perfect. Every day is different. Let's do 8 more here, in and out. You can also tap and tap. Listen to your body. Nothing wrong with a modification. Doesn't mean you're doing less. You're just focusing on what you need. That's what's important. Good. Oh. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach, hold, tap, bring it in. Stretch it up. Let's take that left foot over the right, and let's just sit forward for a little stretch. Press into those thighs and feel your spine lengthen out. Come back up. Let's switch sides. Just bring your left foot behind your right foot, and we stretch forward. And up we go. Other side, working onto that left side. Hands on the hips, tailbone is heavy, knees are bent. Stretch your left leg out. Reach your right arm, palm down, and we lift. So strong through that standing leg, strong through your center, and feel the earth moving you up as you're pushing down to grow taller. Hip, knee, and toe facing forward. Good, we have 10 more. Get that breath in and out, always important to breathe as deeply as you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna lift, we're gonna bring it in and out, in and out. Make sure that standing leg is bent and you have equal weight on your big toe, little toe, and heel, nice in the center of that foot. We have 8 more here, that's 8, 7, again you could be here, perfectly fine, for 4, and 1, reach, and bring that left foot in front of the right, we'll pitch it forward, come right back up, switch the opposite foot, and turn out, and we lean. And up. Let's do another round of standing leg work. We're going to go into second position. Starting in first position, Finding that lift, heavy tailbone, inner thigh connection. We're gonna sweep the arms wide. And now you're gonna step out to your right into a plie. So you wanna make sure your tailbone's towards the floor, your knees are open, and we're just gonna come in and out to that right side. So it's down and up. Let's add the arms up and press down. So you're sliding that foot back in to the center, coming down and up. Paying attention to how it feels. We have 8 more. You're growing taller here, longer and stronger. And 4, and 3. Actively pushing down. 1. Hold out to second. Pop up that right heel. Bring the fingertips to the shoulder. We're going to pulse down. 8. Make sure those knees are tracking out. Tailbone's heavy. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come down. We're going to twist towards that right side and up, down, twist. You're lifting like you're wringing out a towel. You're stretching and twisting. 3, up, 2, up, and 1. Up, stretch, come back down. Heel comes down, sweeping the arms out. We step it together. We do that whole series to the other side, to your left. So it's out and you're coming right down to the center. We're not switching sides. And we reach up and press. Let's make that 2 and 3. We have 8 more here. Each one trying to improve. Sometimes we waddle a little bit. 3, and 2, and 1. Step out and hold. Press the hands down or rotate the palms, fingertips. Lift your left heel, and we pulse down. Feeling it. 8 more here. Check out your positioning. Are you pitching forward? Are you starting to round or tuck? Lift that spine. 3, 2, 1. Now we add that twist. We come down, we twist. Up, down, twist. So you're wringing it out. Ribs, move. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, hold. Now reach the arms out, push. Lift your opposite heel up, find your balance. Arms reach up, rotate your palms, stretch. Lift, 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 lift. Heels come down, hands on the knees. Now pitch it forward, stretch to your left. Pushing that right knee away. And switch sides, push that knee away, get that nice inner thigh stretch and spinal twist. 1 more each side. And switch. We'll come back to the center. We're going to tuck and round, coming all the way up. We're going to heel toe all the way in. And then I want us to roll down. The hands come down. We start to round, chin to chest. Upper body moves. And we're rounding, stretching the spine. From here, bending your knees, placing your hands on the floor. I want us to walk out, coming to our knees. We're going to press our hips forward, pull our heels towards our bottom, pointing the toes. Again, find that nice plank position. We're going to do some tricep push-ups. So we're just going to come down. If it's just a micro bend push, you're still doing the work. You can come to your ribs, or you can come all the way down and up. We're going to do 15. So take your time, take your breath in, and let's exhale. You can exhale or inhale on the way up or down. Just making sure we're not coming up in here, causing undue tension. So just find your range of motion. Feel your strength, push that floor away. Maybe I'll make mine a little bit shallower, maybe a little bit slower. Let's do 5, 4, holding here, hold, just a little bend, little pulses for 5 and 4. Keep bringing those heels towards the bottom, pressing the hips forward, pulling that belly in, 2 and 1. Press up and back, find a child's pose. And let's round it up. From here, we're going to turn around and just do a quick round of core since we're down here. Again, this is just a quick half-an-hour workout for you. Let's go ahead and open the feet into a diamond shape. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Scoot your bottom forward, sitting up as tall as you can. A lot of us have tight lower back or tight hips, tight hamstrings, so it's not easy to sit up straight. It's taken me a long time to get to this position. So just do your best to feel your length as your sits bones push down into the earth. Knees are wide. Let's go ahead and open. By holding onto the front of those knees, we're going to lift and open the chest and take your gaze up. Now from here, we're going to start the roundness from the belly, but the chin will follow as we round back. We're pulling away from those knees. Now I want you to push your feet together, drawing in nice and deep here. I want you to reach the arms. Now we're going to come back an inch and up an inch. Back an inch and up an inch. Maybe it's 3 inches, I don't know. But we're coming back and up. Now press the feet together. See how that maybe connects you deeper into the abdominal wall there. And we come back and forth. Good. We're just coming to our halfway point. That's our challenge point right there. Either we want to fall back or it feels challenging, which is fine. We need to be challenged in life sometimes, which we all are at this moment. And I want you to find your way halfway back, hold. Now all you're going to do is bring your knees together and apart. So you're maintaining that C curve. It's a nice deep tuck through the pelvis. Upper body stays open. And we're just opening and closing those knees. Feel the abs grow, maybe pull in a little bit deeper as those knees come together. Good. 3, 2, 1. On this one, bring the knees together, hold. Now you're going to slide your forearms down to the mat. So take your time, core as you break onto the forearms. So from here, I want you to tuck your pelvis, feel your lower back reaching towards the mat, and we're going to float your right leg up. Tuck a little deeper, bring your left foot up. So from here, toes are together, feet are together, knees slightly apart. And we're just going to tap the floor, pull it up. So I'm not changing my spine, I'm not arching and tucking. I'm keeping that control. And I'm moving from the hip. My knees and feet aren't changing shape. And I'm keeping my chest lifted as much as I can. And we lift. If this bothers your neck or shoulders, you can come all the way onto your back and do the same thing. But just feel your body, what it's feeling. Might be discomfort, might be strength. But just know feelings come and go. It's not who we are. So if we're stressed out, just know that'll pass if we move it out, if we choose to move it out. Let's do 3. Oops, I was moving my pelvis. 2 and 1. Lift and hold it in. Now, knees open and closed. Notice my knees are above my hips. And notice if you move further away, maybe it's a little bit more work to keep the shape of the spine. So find where your challenge point is. And we're just going to work the inner and outer thighs here, anchoring through our core. We have 5, 4, 2, and 1. Squeeze together, hold. Now we're going to slide our hands up as we come down onto our back. Give your knees a hug. We're just going to do a little single leg stretch here. So from here, we're going to bring our feet up, knees over the hips. We're going to hold onto those knees and lift our head, neck, and shoulders, elbows wide. I want you to place both hands against your right knee. Stretch your left leg out. Pull that knee into the hands and push the hands into the knees. Feel that connection here. And then we're going to switch. Pull, push, and switch. You can do the whole thing with your upper body down. We're just pulling and pushing and keeping that lower back close to the mat.
Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can always place your hand behind the head and just use one hand to press into. Perfectly fine. I'm going to do that because my neck's a little tender today. And we stretch. And we stretch. And we stretch. And we stretch. Now both hands behind the head for everybody. And we're going to lift and down. And lift and down. So we're lifting towards that right knee as it comes in. We have 2 more there. 2. And 1, switch. Now we lift towards the left knee and down and pull. We're just emphasizing the lift as that left knee comes in and in. 2 and 1, both knees in, hold. And we roll the spine down and out, growing taller, bringing those knees in or longer. And go ahead and let those hips lift up. Just kind of rock through that lower pelvis. Feeling the belly button sink down to lift the hips. Let's do 3 more. And 1. Placing both feet down. Taking a figure 4 here. Take that right foot over, the left flex the foot, and just move that right knee out and away. Squaring off those hips there. If this is enough of a stretch, hold there. Otherwise, you can bring everything in. I just want you to keep your back long on the mat. You can pull that left leg in as you move that right knee away, flexing both feet actively. And then if you'd like even more, coming up, you can be here. And we'll switch sides. Coming back down, crossing the other leg over. Doesn't matter if you're doing right or left, just stretching out the other side. Let that hip move away through that knee. And we'll draw in for a stretch. If you want to come up here, you can. Pulling in. We're going to take that leg that's crossed over the top, bend the bottom knee, and press yourselves up into a cross-leg stretch. So you can be here with the knee up, or you can stack your shins, letting your hips open, lifting the spine tall. Let's go ahead and just reach over towards your right side and we'll stretch. Reaching to the sky, leaning, keeping that hip down so you get that nice side stretch. Switching sides up and over. And then both hands come back. And I want us to rock back onto our pelvis, pull in, and we'll switch sides. Coming back up. And here's a chance to see, is my right and left side, are they the same today? Or is one maybe tighter than the other? Just give it some love. And we're going to do that side stretch again. Other side. And up and over, other side. And center. Go ahead and uncross those legs. I want you to sweep those arms up and pull down. We're going to do that 3 more times. This time sweep up some of that earth energy that needs healing. Let's bring it up to that celestial realm to add some light and love and bring it right back down in. Healing our hearts, healing our bodies, healing the planet. Inhale up. Pull down the goodness. And 1 more. Reach it up. And exhale. Press the palms together, elbows wide, shoulders down, spine tall. Just taking a moment to feel that energy you've just moved around in your body and how good it feels to be alive right now in your body. In this very moment, everything is all right. Everything is good. Thank you for showing up today and being with me, and hope you enjoyed the workout. Thank you.